نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. Inshallah, by the grace and the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that inshallah we've sat here another Thursday majlis, following the hukum of the teacher to participate and to follow the programs for today. So everyone is aware in this session that everyone is fully trained to do the lataif, amals, transfer, and then inshallah do the MURAQBA, miraj, and go to different muqamat and draw some lessons from. So as yourselves know, when the teacher is here, that one of the many purposes is mentioned in the poster, if you have a read as well, that the purpose of attending collectively and doing this, we should be doing it at home anyway. The purpose of here is that for one, doing something collectively as an extra blessing, barakah, light, as yourselves know, more readily, the du'as and the amals are accepted. But more importantly than that, even for our benefit and our own journey, is that from the mashayikh, a spiritual help is given to the seeker without them even asking or saying anything, number one. Also, that if there's any mistakes or any lackness or any shortcomings, that gets rectified as well. It's highlighted and rectified. As well as, especially when we do the feedback, there, inshallah, if there's anything, explanation, understanding, or analyzing the life itself in terms of how my direction is going for the last week, for the last month, for the last year, maybe something there, some advice, some nasihat, some guidance there, which could be extrapolated, which could be, drawn out. Nasihat will be given specifically to the person, as well as those who are listening and benefit from as well. So as you know, we get reminded again and again from our teacher, Hazrat Sahab, that all these processes are very important. From the beginning, listening, getting ready for it, lataif, transfer, doing the MURAQBA, and like yourselves see that normally, and still they do now and then, the bayanats, the speeches before the MURAQBA. But now it comes where that, inshallah, we experience, we share, and that in itself, this sharing and explaining becomes an experience and a lesson as well. So the point of saying that is very important that when we do our feedback, so because now the Maghrib time is quite close, we go less than an hour. So after Maghrib, inshallah, we'll be doing the Muslim Azkars as per normal, and then the feedback will take place then because of the time. So what happens is we start looking at our clock, or I've got a commitment tomorrow, I need to go to bed early, or I can make it home, which is fine, fair enough. But because it's once a week, we have to come and the guidance is given to participate, then we should think that obviously I'm just a brother like yourself, we eat and spend time together. But if the teacher Harasa was here and asking for feedback, would you have gone home? Or would you have said, no, let's just stay behind, listen to the what's been said, benefit from it, possibly, inshallah, then go home when the session finishes. So we wouldn't go home. So why is it that, I've sat in MURAQBA, go home, and I'd have to participate in a Q&A session or the feedback session, which is part and parcel, integral part of the session now, as I explained. So with that in mind, like I said last week, when you come prepared, block out in your week that whatever it takes, 2 hours, 1.5 hours, whatever it is, that this time for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's sake, I'm here in the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to benefit myself and my fellow brother and sisters who are watching by sharing and listening. It's not that the session finished, I can go home now. No, it should be that once a week, this time is given. Maybe I am doing my amals at home, which is good. Then this should be a top-up, collectively extra benefit. And if you are not doing it at home at all because of whatever weaknesses or commitments and we have, then this becomes another means of help. And because of the instructions that we should give feedback for our own benefit, then don't look at the person who sat in front of you. Yes, I am your brother. But for you to actually follow the command, i.e., in this case, participate right till the end. And the feedback is part of that process. Not that I've done MURAQBA, I'm going to go home. Because even if you have to go to work in the morning, you will not go to sleep straight away and go home. You'll have to wait till Isha. So if it was that, I'm going to go home and go to bed, I can't stay late than 11 o'clock. We have to anyway, 10:30, quarter to 11 nowadays. So sometimes, we think we're clever, we are more smart. I can make it home, I can do whatever. I don't need this, but that's fine. That's for the people who wants to relate. Know that if you don't have anything to relate, which is fine, ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless you and open up. Then by hearing someone else, that has the same benefit as you relating, in a sense that you're learning and benefiting from it. I'm learning and benefiting from it as well. So remember, that becomes part of, in a way, integral part of nasihat as well, when in another form, that's all. So, for example, if you have to go because you got something to attend, let's say, 10 o'clock, you have to go to work, then that's obviously, you cannot avoid it. You have to leave early. But if you're flexible, but you just want to go home early at my convenience, then think that would I go home if Hadasa was here? Now, would I just stay until listen to all the feedback from brothers and so on, and at the end when finishes, then I'll go. Many times when they're here after the majlis and beyond, we're also staying behind. Why? Because Hadasab's here, which is good, mashallah. If you can't stay behind, if you have time to do so, you can know the commitment. But here what we're saying is that we actually go halfway. So for example, like a Monday majlis, you bring your guests over, you invite them, and they come, and the speech, let's say, is 1 hour. And after half an hour, he leaves. And he knows that, you know that he doesn't have anything to do at home, or he just wants to go because he's bored or whatever. Then you as a person who invited, you feel slightly saddened that, actually, if he had stayed till the end, he would have heard or learnt more. But unfortunately, he had to go. Still, khair, good, he at least attended. And we wouldn't go halfway to the bayan unless I have to have a commitment, or through zikr. We go at the end of it. Same principle and ruling applies when we come to the Thursday majlis. Participate in the MURAQBA, so obviously namaz, salah in between, which is fine. Then the feedback session is an integral part of the majlis of the Thursday. So I would again request and remind everyone that if you don't have to go, don't worry about I'm going to make it home, I'm going to do Isha. This sometimes also becomes we become too intelligent, clever, and become smart. And maybe it comes from Nasr, or otherwise Allah knows better. But like I said, if you actually block it out in your timetable, that 2 hours is for deen, I'm going to stay and participate in everything. Unless, there's a commitment, circumstance where I have to leave, then that's a different matter. Because the important thing is, I'm here today, maybe another will start here next week. Maybe the week after that, Hadasab's here. Are you going to do that if Hadasab was here? So that also shows my sincerity as well. That, obviously, like, I'm your brother, in that sense, it's true that, he's just brothers talking, I don't have to stay here, which is fine from that angle. But from the angle point of view that everyone is assigned a duty of doing it to the whatever level they can, and my duty is to attend to the majlis and see to the end for my own benefit, then from that point of view, then it doesn't matter who sits here, whether it's me, whether Ustad Qais, or so on. Obviously, Hadasab is Allah can really compare in that sense. But from the participation point of view, from the point of view that I'm doing for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah's still the same, Allah's still present. So have that in mind. Like I said, there might be people who have to go early because of other commitment. Maybe they got guests coming at home. Things happen from week to week, which is fine. But if you are flexible, then don't think you're too smart, I'm going to go early, I'm going to make it home. Then by that time, I'm telling you, majority of the time, not all the time, that sometimes you think like that, you spend that waste that time somewhere else on the phone, and then you say, it's 1 o'clock, I should have gone to bed, I'm going to work tomorrow. And then before in the masjid, no, I'm going to go home early, I'm going to save that time. Then you find out that you lose that time anyway, doing something trivial at home or whatever. Or maybe you're going out for a meal, and then you spend 1 hour, 2 hours there, and then say, I've just spent 2 hours in a takeaway today. Whereas if you stay, maybe you've had the feedback or benefit myself and ourselves as well. So it's just sometimes small thinking like that we don't make. We try to actually, we think we're doing a favor to ourselves, but we are not doing a favor because it's a halfway house. So inshallah, keep that in mind. And the request is, this format now is, the feedback is integral part of the majlis. It's not just the muraqabah. Because if it's the muraqabah, you could do it online at home, for example, because you could do muraqabah and that's it, finish. I could do my own thing now. But mashallah, you are here. Many people who cannot come, they're still at home. Those who want to come, they cannot come. Those who are actually taking it lightly, taking a day off, I'll come in 2 weeks' time and Hadith Sahib's here. That's their understanding, which is, fine as well to their level. But at least we are here, alhamdulillah. We should thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for this ni'mah, but then follow through as much as we can, inshallah, until the end. So inshallah, as you yourselves know, we got approximately about 40 minutes, I think. So we'll do the protection adhkars and do all the adhkars, lataif, the muraqabahs we do. Then the lataif practices. After the lataif practices, then transfer. And so after transfer, again, find the teacher, being with them, any advice and guidance. And also, as this year is coming to an end, or doing slowly, this month is the last month of the Islamic calendar, Hajj has been performed, maybe any guidance, any resolution that make, for example, they all say, isn't it, the New Year's resolution. So having maybe seek any advice or guidance, what shall I do for the coming year? Maybe analyze how this this year has gone. Have I improved? Have I not improved? And what I want to achieve for my the coming year of of Islamic calendar as well. So maybe some advice and nasihat for myself, for ourselves as well. You can seek. Going to any muqam, so you're free wherever you go, be it with our teacher in the Mazar of Sayyidina Sheikh Abdul Aziz Dabbagh in Fez, or all the Madarat, or Medina Sharif, Makkah Sharif, Kaaba Sharif, whatever it is, you travel normally, let it flow naturally and carry on. And again, I already answered the question we did from last week. Do not worry, is it just a thought only, imagination? Because remember, that's part of your experience. So don't doubt yourself, or just a thought, I'm doing it at a thought level or khayalat level. It doesn't matter, you just carry on at whatever level we are at, inshallah. Okay, Bismillah. So inshallah, just close your eyes now, check our niyat, our intention, then be in presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with 3 keys, then the protection adhkars and carry on there, from there on, inshallah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Auzubillahi minash shaitanir rajim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. So inshallah, spend about 15 minutes or so in the lataif practices, and then transfer, then spend another 15-20 minutes until inshallah maghrib. And I'll tell in advance now, if you don't have to do wudu, then stay in the saf, and on maghrib, stay in the muraqabah and try to do your spiritual namaz of maghrib in spiritual sense as well. Just continue. So the majlis of muraqabah wouldn't end only except that we get ready for salah, for maghrib, and continue in salah as well. And all the feedback will be taken, inshallah, after the salah as well, after the Muslim askar, inshallah. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أستغفر الله وأتوب إليه، أستغفر الله وأتوب إليه، أستغفر الله وأتوب إليه. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وصليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على السلام عليكم. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله، لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله، لا حول. بسم الله. محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وسلم. Inshallah, just form the nice line for the Maghrib Salah. Those who need to do wuzu, that's fine. As there is no fasting today, so Azan will be called. After Azan, Namaz will be